96 rounds, 41 seconds. That is the final count of a traffic stop in Chicago that turned into a massive use of force investigation. On March 21, 2024, 5 tactical officers from the Chicago Police Department were patrolling the 11th District. They were not in a marked squad car. They were in an unmarked vehicle, wearing plain clothes. At approximately 6 p.m., they initiated a traffic stop on a white GMC Terrain driven by Dexter Reed Jr. The probable cause listed in the official case report? A seatbelt violation. This is what is known as a pretextual stop. Officers use a minor traffic infraction to investigate a vehicle for other crimes. While legal, it is highly controversial and currently under federal review. Watch the approach. The officers exit their unmarked vehicle immediately. Because they are in plain clothes, the police presence is not instantly recognizable to a confused driver, which can lead to delayed compliance.
What are you doing? Roll that one down too. Hey, don't roll the window up. Don't roll the window up.
The tension is immediate. Reed does not comply with verbal commands. Instead of rolling down the window, he keeps it up, obscuring the officer's view of his hands. This non-compliance is the critical failure point. In the next few seconds, a routine traffic ticket will escalate into a chaotic shootout involving nearly 100 rounds of ammunition. The escalation happens in milliseconds. At the start of the stop, officers give verbal commands. Dexter Reed refuses to unlock the door and begins rolling the window up. This non-compliance triggers the immediate draw of weapons. Watch closely. According to the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, the initial gunfire comes from inside the vehicle. One officer is immediately struck in the wrist, retreating to the right side of the vehicle. This triggers a massive sympathetic fire response. Once the officer is hit, the legal threshold for deadly force is met. The officers unleash a torrent of return fire to suppress the threat. In total, 4 officers fired 96 rounds in just 41 seconds. While the use of deadly force was triggered by the suspect firing first, the investigation focuses on proportionality and the number of rounds discharged. We are looking at the tactical response report for the primary shooting officer. The report documents that this officer alone discharged over 30 rounds. This means the officer emptied his magazine, reloaded, and continued firing. This is the crux of the controversy. Was the officer reacting to an active threat, or was this contagious fire resulting from adrenaline? Standard use of force policy dictates that officers must reassess the threat continuously. The controversy here is the continued volley of fire after Mr. Reed had exited the vehicle and fallen to the ground. Critics argue that once the suspect was prone and no longer returning fire, the continued discharge of weapons violates the department's preservation of life policy. Immediately following the ceasefire, the fog of war lifts. You see the officers pivoting to medical aid and scene security. They identify the wounded officer and begin securing the weapon. A firearm was recovered from the passenger seat of Reed's vehicle. Ballistics confirmed it was fired twice. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability is currently reviewing whether the initial stop was valid and if the 96-round response was excessive. This case highlights the razor-thin line between a justified shooting and a policy violation. Was the volume of fire necessary to stop the threat? Comment below. Subscribe to Critical Incident Report as we follow the investigation.